Hi, man. We're back with another episode of the Flagrant Two with X and Lou. Man. It's getting close to All-Star time.
Yeah. It's around
Just a
that
little bit.
time, man.
Just a little bit. Just a little bit. It's getting there, though. It's getting there. Oh, shoot. It's Black History Month. Hey. It's Black History
What
Month.
you
Bro, my mom's in 30 different places right now. I forgot all about
got? What you
Black
forgot
Power.
that? That must be
I don't know, man.
the Spanish side of you.
It's the Spanish side of me. It's the Spanish side. I'm thinking I'm speaking to some pateles and some arroz con dule and all that. You know what I'm saying? But we black this month. We super black, super black.
Yeah.
But nah, man. It's a good month. It's a good month for basketball. It's a good month for football.
Yeah.
I'm a little upset that Detroit couldn't go to the Super Bowl and Lamar can't go to the Super Bowl. But you know, it is what it is.
But, hey, we know what that. Hey, look, Black History Month. They can't have too much black stuff going on in that month. Man. That's just too black. You got Detroit people and Baltimore people in the same place in Vegas.
Yeah.
During Black History Month. Oh, shoot.
You got the token white boy that's a black boy and Eminem coming out and Usher at the halftime show. Yeah, it's too much blackness. Too much, man.
And then they needed Taylor there, man. Man. You know, come on. They making too much money.
But it's not fair because Taylor's from Philly, and Philly didn't make. I ain't gonna go. I ain't gonna go into this little rabbit hole, man. But yeah, happy Black History Month, man. Happy Black History Month.
Yeah. I mean, Black History Month started off on a crazy start. Crazy. You got the Celtics going down to the Lakers without nobody. With just the supporting cast. They ain't gonna call them nobodies because Austin Reeves went crazy. I think this was, and some people on Twitter talking about it. You know, the Celtics going down on Black History Month. I think it's very serendipitous because you know how the Celtics are. They got the niche of being racist. They got the niche of being racist. Them and the Jazz, you know what I mean? So for them to fall and lose in the same night, I think it's Black History, just starting it off to a good start in the NBA, and then Maxey going off of 50
with Embiid.
Come on, with Embiid out, man. Black History Month is off to a great start for me in the NBA.
I'm not mad at that.
Yeah.
But let's get into the Bucks and the Lakers.
Yeah.
So Dame goes back home. I mean, technically home. It's been his home since he came into the league in Portland. He goes back home, loses on his welcome back home night. Then the Lakers got smoked by Houston, got smoked. Well, who else they got smoked? There's two teams that smoked them. Houston and there's a team right before them that smoked. I forget. But either way, they got smoked twice, and then they ended up pulling it out in Boston. Do these two teams have an identity right now, or are they going through an identity crisis?
I mean, from the start, we got to sit here and say, I'm talking about the Bucks in general right now. From the start, they had to figure out who they were going to be coming into this year, period. They had basically the same cast, lost Drew, and it's just like, they still got to figure out. They had a new coach. They was figuring everything out. Now, even though they were figuring it out, they are still number 2 in the East figuring these things out.
Yeah.
And now they bring Doc Rivers in the middle of the season now to refigure out something else. Like they're gonna be a fantastic regular season team regardless, even though despite these losses, like they shouldn't be losing.
Right.
But they're gonna be a fine regular season team as always. As far as if they pick it up during the playoffs, who knows? I think not, but who knows? You still have one of the top 5 players in the MVP race on your team.
Yeah.
Despite Lillard giving you some lackadaisical games every more so than him going crazy.
Well, I mean, I feel like the Bucks have a good sum of all parts around Giannis, and as much as we could say Lillard was an upgrade over Drew, was he really that much of an upgrade going into the season? Because This season is shaping out like any of the other seasons that Drew was on. 1 or 2 in the East, and still in the driver's seat of controlling their own destiny.
Mhm.
Whether give them any more of an edge, well, you could kind of say no. Last year, they was the clear cut favorite to number one almost the entire season. I think they only dropped to the second seed like once, but other than that, they was clear cut best team in the East all of last season. That's with Drew Holiday. The year before that, again, clear cut number one in the East. The year before that, they won the ship. So can we truly say that Dame is their missing piece? I feel like Drew gave them a element that they're kind of lacking right now. Dame
Mhm.
is going to give you really good scoring. He's good. He's a decent facilitator, but they're missing a dog on defense. And they're saying that they don't have any defensive identity is because Drew set the tone. So when you don't have your tone setter, you don't have somebody there that's going to set the tone defensively for the rest of the team to follow suit. This is what you're going to have. And then you fire your coach 30, 40 games into the season. And it's not like y'all losing. There was no reason for the firing. I could understand if they went into like this long stretched out losing streak, 10, 15 games. They got high aspirations. They're slowly declining in the standings charts. Yeah, then let's do something drastic. We got to shake things up because this is the window that we have, and we don't know Dame's window, and we want Giannis here long term. That I understand. That's not the situation. Then you bring in Doc, who hasn't had success. Regular season, yes. Playoff success, no. He has one ring. Okay, and that one ring, there was 2 shots away from losing that series. So at the end of the day, like it's been on the talent. He's benefited off of the talent of his players. It's not because of his coaching or his style, because we have seen that his coaching and style hasn't meshed well going into the playoffs. So I don't understand what's their direction. And now that you have Doc, starting a new identity in the middle of the season is tough.
Yeah, and I think I agree with you. I agree with you with all of that, including especially the Dame Lillard part, because Dame Lillard would have been fantastic for that Bucks team last year. Just
Yeah.
including him, inserting him in there, not
Yeah.
taking away Drew. If you would have
Mhm.
had Dame and Drew next to each other, then hey, yo, look, number one.
Mhm.
But you took away Drew. Then it creates a situation like in Utah with Gobert. It creates that situation where you don't have great perimeter defenders, but you have a elite rim protector. But the problem is, there's too much stuff going on outside where they could get to the paint and they creating whatever they want to get Brook out of position. And now he just
Mhm.
looks like, yo, what's going on? Now they don't even have a defensive scheme that matches what they did to keep
Mhm.
him comfortable. So it's just like that's one of the reasons why they're not sitting here at number one, because that defensive identity is gone.
Yep.
Y'all won off of a defensive identity and y'all just needed some added scoring. If they would have
Yep.
figured out a way to get added scoring without losing Drew, it would be a whole different story right now.
I think Dame would have been best suited in Miami, all things considered. Miami ended up trading for Rozier, which was a great trade for him, but him specifically because of his skill set and what he's being inserted into, where you have a guard that's not necessarily required to play defense because of the sum of your parts, because Miami is a tough-nosed defensive team, and you have other players and the way that they scheme defense, the switches, the
Yep.
passing golf, the hedging, all of those things contribute into you can
Mhm.
hide somebody of those deficiencies. Duncan Robinson is not he sucks at playing defense, but guess what? He's masked because of the defensive scheme. Um, what's his face?
Hero.
The other shooter, Hero.
Hero.
Hero's not. He's a willing defender, but he's not. He's not somebody that you're like, yo, go out here and stop this guy. That's what
Mhm.
you got Jimmy for. These things, when you have a tone setter, you have somebody that sets the tone, they're going to set the edge for everybody else. And then when you have a smart coach that's going to get people in position to make the switches, to understand that if this breaks down, I need you here. I need this hedged. I need you to fight over this screen, but be smart enough not to fight over this screen. Like, coaches put you in positions to win.
Yeah.
Look at Eric Spoelstra. Eric Spoelstra deserved this contract because of who he is on paper, what he has done for that Miami Heat organization with little to nothing. LeBron and Dwayne Wade gone, he's still competing. That's what you call a good coach, a good culture. And that all starts with the coach. I just don't see the Bucks having that culture right now because one, you lost Drew, and then two, Doc has never been that person to insert that kind of culture. So I don't know. I think the Bucks, in my opinion, right now, they're one and done.
Yeah, I think so too. Absolutely. I don't see them winning any. I don't care what you say. You can have Giannis going crazy, but you got to have Dame going crazy too, because they put themselves in a situation where they got to outscore people instead of outmaneuvering, out tactic people, and that's not them at all.
Yeah. And then on the flip side of that, the Lakers are kind of in that same situation. Darvin Ham is not the guy for the job. He's not.
Shoot.
When I watch Laker games, there's no emotion. There's no like, your player got a tech. Why aren't you showing any emotion towards the fact that your player is getting a tech? There's no animation. I get you want to be even kill, but sometimes that even kill stuff has to. Steve Kerr, for example. Steve Kerr is probably one of the nicest coaches in the league. One of the nicest coaches in the league. Talk to you, give you pointers, advice. Oh, nice guy, right? But guess what? He's willing to get out there and fight for you. That's what the players need. You can't, as a coach, I get it. You have LeBron, and LeBron's supposed to be the voice of reason and stuff like that. But sometimes it's not up for LeBron to do it. Sometimes it's up for the coach to do it. I don't see Eric Spoelstra just letting stuff rock and not getting out there and defending his star player when something happens. The tech that happened on in Houston with LeBron, and right before that when Vanderbilt got thrown out. That's when Darvin Ham, that's when you step up and be like, yo, nah. I'm getting in the ref's face. I'm getting in the player's face. I'm showing aggression because I need my team to respond. This team is lackadaisical. They show up when they want to. I feel like they don't have an identity either. It's just get the ball to LeBron and let LeBron make decisions on the court. They don't have clear-cut offense. When it's working, it works good. Austin Reeves is out there. You got what's his face? Cam contributing. You got D'Angelo Russell looking like the second coming of D Rose, and everything looks beautiful. But when it's not working, LeBron looks 50.
Yeah.
Like, there's no other way to put it. LeBron looks 50 when it's not looking good. It's either you make a change at coach for the Lakers, or somebody has to get into Darvin Ham's ear, whether it be LeBron, whether it be somebody from management upstairs, maybe have him sit down with Magic Johnson. I don't know. But somebody need to sit down in his ear and be like, yo, you got to get out there and show your team that you're going to fight for them. That's not a coach to me.
That's and I'm completely with you on that. I don't know if you seen my post on IG, I said IG on Twitter. That's literally what I was. That's literally what I was saying. I was like, yo, I don't think Ham. If you're not going to be a good coach, you got to be one of those emotional coaches, one of those people who's out there riding and dying for your guys. When they need somebody to babysit their kid, that's you. I need you out there. You know what I mean? You got to do everything. You got to do everything under the sun where you could galvanize these people, where they sit there and listen to you. You might not 100% know what you're saying, but they know that your passion is like, yo, all right, I got to get out there, ride for him because he's doing what we doing. We need you to, if you're not, like I said, you don't need to be that good coach. You need to be that coach who's throwing chairs across the whole court, the arena, like that college. You know what I mean? Like, no, he was still a great coach. Did he pass away? That was
Bob Knight. Bob Knight.
Yeah, Bob Knight. He was a fantastic coach. RIP to him. But You need
But
to
he
be
was a
an
rah-rah
emotional.
coach. He was a coach that let his
Exactly.
emotions go, and his team always
Mhm.
rallied behind him.
And
You
they
know what's funny?
follow
The Lakers
behind
don't
that.
have a
Go
rah-rah
ahead.
guy. They
That's
don't.
exactly what I was about to get to next as well. And there's nobody on that bench. Everybody is so even killed up moving with what LeBron says. And LeBron's not a rah-rah guy. AD's not a rah-rah guy. And it's just like, yo, who's gonna do it? Because Vandy's quiet. Vandy's, you don't see nothing out of Vandy. He just go out there, do his job. Everybody just goes out there and do their job.
That's it.
But nobody sits there and brings emotion to this job. It's just like, some workplaces might not be the best. They might not pay the best, but you go there because it's like, damn, yo, this
Yep.
guy's working today. I know my day's gonna be Gucci, not
Yep.
because he's gonna do all the work. He could probably be one of the worst employees, but he gonna make me smile and laugh.
Facts.
And then he
That's
gonna
why
get me to be
somebody
like,
like
all right,
Pat
cool,
Bev
I'm
is so.
here.
That's why Pat Bev is so crucial to have a Pat
Yep.
Bev type of person. Who else? What's his face in Houston? Those type
Because
of players are the type of players you need on your team because they are going to. They're gonna rile you up. They're gonna rile you up. They're gonna make you. They're gonna get you hyped. They're gonna get you. So it's provocative. No, it's not.
Yeah.
It gets the people going.
And when I think about it, I ain't gonna lie, players like that just don't mesh with LeBron. Because you gotta think about it. He's never really has a player like that. He had Pat Bev the other year.
I mean, he
What
had
happened? Pat
Haslam, but
Bev looked on
Haslam
it,
was more like a silent
but
enforcer.
that's exactly. But them loud people, the ones who really be out there. You got Westbrook, you got people like that. You don't mess with them like that.
They
They
don't really
one
mesh
and
well.
done. Especially in this Laker era, they get in there and LeBron looking at them like, yo, you're real loud for somebody who's not that good.
Yeah, facts. Because you look
And
at
we
Russ.
know, how
Russ
that
was
is.
fantastic. Russ was fantastic for
You,
the Lakers, and they scapegoated him. He wasn't
yep,
bad when he was with the Lakers.
he
They
wasn't. And
scapegoated him.
you see what he's doing. He's still in LA, just a different jersey.
Yep.
He's playing fantastic.
You
So
need
it's
a
just like the
rah-rah.
Lakers just need to. These are teams, Lakers, Bucks. They just need a direction that they need to go and just figure out how to infuse some energy and life in their teams. That's literally what both of these teams truly need.
And it's also the culture. I think
Yeah.
you can't rely on LeBron's culture because LeBron is a culture all by himself.
Mm-hmm.
And you just got to let LeBron rock. But you got to get the other guys to buy in. It's not about LeBron. LeBron is going to do what he does. It's about the other guys buying in. It's about the other guys stepping up because when you have nights where LeBron is out there for 40 minutes, giving it his all, and then everybody else is stinking it up, you're making LeBron look bad. You're making the organization look bad.
And you're getting distrust out of LeBron.
Exactly. And now you're gonna find your way off this roster.
And let me go ahead. Let me just interject because when we think about LeBron's coaches, you got Ty Lue, who at first you got Ty Lue and Eric Spoelstra. Both these guys, when you first touched next close to LeBron, first year, everybody was like, "Oh, fire these guys."
Yeah.
But and look at them. These are some of the best coaches. You know what happened? They got everybody else built up so good in that system and understanding what needed to go on, where even with LeBron contested his coach and the coach fought him back like on some nah, this is what we're doing. Yo, I need you to be better. I need this out of, you know what I mean? It's just like everybody else is so bought in that LeBron, even though he's a system himself, he's like, damn, all right, let's do this. You know what I mean? There's really nothing I could say. These other guys are telling me the coach is right. Or the coach said this, that, and the third, and I have to buy in. Even though LeBron's a system in himself, he has to buy into the rest of the stuff too.
Yeah.
Because everybody else does. So it's like the coach has to be fantastic. Go
right.
ahead.
The coach, And if the coach is not inserting the culture and there's not another star player next to LeBron that could kind of match the fire, because I guarantee, let KD be in LA. All things considered, KD being in LA, KD's challenging LeBron. KD is going to have LeBron doing things that LeBron wouldn't typically do on the court. And not saying that a regular role player should do that, but I'm saying that a regular role player should be able to challenge LeBron into not only trusting him, but also making LeBron step up, whether it be defensively or offensively, and having a cohesion on the floor. 48 minutes on that floor, I could honestly say from watching these games, I don't see a lot of cohesion. There may be cohesion in bunches. They may be, good offense and defense in bunches, but I haven't seen them put a full 48-minute game on the floor this season.
Yeah.
I think the closest one is against the Warriors, the triple overtime, the double overtime game. But I felt like that one was just because of the hype behind it. But when you actually watch the game, they didn't really start balling until like the fourth quarter. Mm-hmm. So I mean, if you put LeBron on the court with AD and you get all the role players and everybody plays fantastic 4 quarters, there'll be a scary team because LeBron's scary by himself. I don't see it. This is another team I say is one and done.
Yeah, I don't know what they're gonna do after the season. Honestly, they gotta figure something else. LeBron talking about he's not going anywhere and he asked for a trade, so he's in the LA jersey.
He says that now. He says that now. He said that in Cleveland. He says that now. He says that now. Next thing you know, he's in New York. Oh, I always wanted to play in New York and blah blah blah. Like,
Tibbs is my guy. I've seen the way
right.
Playing,
I just want to mentor Randall and Tibbs. And, I don't want to hear all that, man. I always wanted to play with a point guard like Brunson. I said it back in '94.
Yeah.
Like,
speaking of Brunson.
Oh, yeah. Let's get to the Knicks, man. The Knicks are not nicking. The Knicks are third in the East. The Knicks are third in the East. Clap it up, man. Clap it.
Nah, you gotta get. Let me get one.
Yeah, man. The Knicks 32-17. They're a half game behind this disillusioned Bucks right now. Half a game behind the Bucks. The Bucks are 32-16. The Knicks are 32-17. They're a half a game behind with a 9-game win streak. And this is on the heels of Randall being injured the past 3 games. And Brunson just like, hey, backpack. You know what I mean? Like, yeah. I love it, man. I love it. I said it last episode. I'm going to re-say it again. Brunson got snubbed for a starting position. I know you personally don't care about the starting. As long as they're all-star, they're all-star. I only care because of the impact that it is. The starting, being named the starter rather than being, because you're selected. You're selected out of the pool when on the reserve. So everybody on the bench, they're all selected from the coach. That's right. So that's the only thing that I say that's a difference. And it's crazy because in the voting, there was tied in voting. What got Lillard over Brunson was fan votes. The fan votes got Lillard into the starting position, whereas he probably would have got in just off of the media, because the media votes.
Yeah.
I personally feel like he got snubbed. I'm still happy he ultimately got his all-star part. I think that he deserves it, but I feel like he's been wildly more consistent this season than Lillard, and he's been more impactful to his team than Lillard. I think that he deserved the starting position, but that's just no bias, all bias aside.
No, I completely understand what you're saying. And, I'm trying to save it.
I know, no, because we're gonna get into the all-star stuff, but
yeah, I'm gonna save it, but I feel what you're saying based on stats and how important he is for the team and the way he's been playing. He's been consistently fantastic, and even to go to show, because I've been on my FanDuel stuff, so I'll be looking at the numbers a little closer than lately. I always looked at the numbers, but I'm there like every quarter type of stuff. And like I forgot, it was the Pacers game, I believe. Was it the Pacers? No, it was the game before. I don't know who they played. It was the game before, but
we played. Who did we play before the Pacers? I could tell you right now.
Yeah. You can figure that out, but I'm gonna talk while you figure it out. While they was playing him, he had like 5 points in the first quarter. And I'm saying, like, Brunson averaged, no, it was the halftime he had 5 points.
The
and
Jazz.
6 assists. Jazz. And I was like, damn, they just throwing the house at him. They gotta be. You know what I mean? I wasn't watching the game because I was concerned with the Jazz versus the
Right,
Knicks.
right,
But I was
right.
looking at the numbers and I'm like, damn, 5 points and 6 assists at halftime. Like, this ain't the Brunson. Brunson usually get buckets, but you know, Randall's not there. DiVincenzo stepped up. Hart
Yeah.
was stepping up. And it's just like, yo, he figured out a
Vincenzo had
way
a
to,
career night. He had like
yeah, he
15 threes
figured
or something like that.
exactly. He figured out a way to still keep everybody else going, get the offensive moving,
Mhm.
and he still ended the second half. He got 25 points, ended with like 31 points.
Yeah.
And it's just like, yo, this guy is consistently, no matter what, gonna figure out a way to get his game going. And when his game's not going at that point, he's still gonna figure out a way to get
To
other
get others
people going,
involved.
move the ball, and have the whole game flowing. So that's
Yep.
one thing that's fantastic about him. And it's just like that's what's different between a lot of these guys. Because even when we think about Dame Lillard, it's just like, yo, scoring, scoring, scoring. But he doesn't go ahead and affect the game as far as like, yo, just passing, even making that hockey pass that to the next man. He don't need the assist. It's just get the ball moving and
Yeah.
get everything
Yeah.
flowing.
Yeah.
So that's one thing that's fantastic about Jalen. I was about to say Julian.
You about to
Jalen
say
Brunson. Yeah, I don't know why about Jalen Brunson. And I
Jace,
think it's
Jace.
fantastic, and he does deserve to be an all-star. I ain't
I
gonna
mean,
say starter, but
I
all-star.
appreciate it though. I appreciate it. I appreciate it. But I think at the end of the year, he'll probably still end up with first or second team honors ahead of
Yeah,
Lillard.
yeah, I think
Depending
so.
on if he keeps this
Yeah,
up. But I mean, I just
definitely.
felt like he was just snubbed from the starting position. I I'm not mad at it. I understand, but there's also the flip side of it where it's like it's kind of like, yo, let the changing of the guard happen. You know what I'm saying? You see it in the West. Let's get the East going too. Let's start that. Steph didn't get a all-star starting position. You know what I'm saying? Shah got it over him. Well deserved. Luka got it over him. Well deserved. Steph got to come off the bench. Maybe that lights a
Hey,
fire under Steph and he gets MVP. We don't know.
who
But
knows?
yeah, shout out to the Knicks though, man.
Speaking,
They're
yeah.
doing what they have to do. 9-game winning
Oh,
streak. Tibbs is coaching.
and then while we on it, because a guy who was supposed to be a Knick, Donovan Mitchell, has been playing fantastic. I'm just gonna bring him up because I think they're kind of in the same light as the Knicks, like as far as like trajectory wise, like have a fantastic run right now.
Yeah.
Without his whole cast there, because Jared Allen just went down with an injury, which is
Right.
devastating for them. And then, Mobley had just got back and playing short minutes, and they still been playing fantastic. So I just want to give a shout out to Donovan Mitchell and Cleveland Cavs going crazy over there these last few.
Yeah,
So
I'm mad at
shout out to them.
the
They're going
Cavs too.
crazy.
Yeah,
Yeah.
they're on a 4-game win streak. They're right behind the Knicks,
Uh-huh.
30-16. Like,
Yeah.
you gotta big up them too, because
I don't think that anybody talks about them enough.
nobody's
Go ahead.
talking about them.
Sorry.
They're
So
a
it's like,
real quiet team right now. But it's the teams that are not talked about, that are quiet, that are smoking people quietly. Those are the teams that you got to worry about.
Exactly.
So, I'm not mad at that. 1B, man. Your boy. That's your boy. That's your boy. The freak of nature. That's your boy. That's your boy.
I love Chet, man. I ain't gonna lie
That's
to
your
you.
boy.
Wemby's my guy, but Chet,
I know Chet. I know you like that a
can't,
little more. Yeah.
yeah, you can't deny what Wemby is doing right now.
Nah, Wemby, he did like this Euro fake in crossover with the lay.
He did the shit. He hit Gobert. I just don't know what it is when he sees you as just a target. I don't know what it's that French connection. It's supposed to be y'all supposed to be buddies, but when he see him,
he did him filthy.
He did him dirty. He hit him with the sham guard. Who hits a 7-3 player hitting people with sham guards and then the layup? Bro. I was like, oh my god,
with the fillet, bro. Nah, that was something special, bro. Like, and that's why I was like, yo, he's an alien, bro. Like, there's no way. There's no way. And yo, you know what's weird? The fact that his movements are all fluid and smooth.
Yeah.
Like, you would think like it would kind of be a little bit blocky, a little awkward because of his length.
Yeah.
But it's not. Like, it's smooth. Like, it's that little and he hit him. That was smooth. And then with the fillet, like, nah.
I
different.
was
That
just
boy's
like,
different.
man, listen, it way different. And I just think like I just wanted to, speak about him because his resurgence is fantastic. Because at the beginning of the year, it was really a Chet year.
Yeah,
Rookie of the year, we was looking like, yeah, nah, Chet is playing fantastic. We
yeah,
don't know what's going on with Wemby over there, but the Spurs that made that lineup adjustment. They put Wemby at center and they said, you know what? Some nights you just gonna have him beating you up. It's just gonna be what it is. You got to get used to it.
right.
And he still had a fantastic game, dropped 30 that game. But the
Yep.
last few games, he's been averaging something crazy. His block's been up. He's been getting his team involved. Like they still losing and stuff, but but I'm like,
Nah,
yo,
but
if you
he's
number
balling.
one,
He's
you
balling.
going to the
Yeah,
worst. If you number one, you going to the worst team. So what do you truly expect?
yeah. Just be happy he's not in
Especially
Detroit.
with Pop doing experiments and stuff. So this is a fancy. That the experiment was the reason why he wasn't rookie of the year from the start to the finish. It wasn't
Yeah,
unanimous. But now
yeah,
he's putting himself in a unanimous, like, damn, he is playing fantastic. Check had a few off nights, efficiency wise,
yeah.
and they lost
But one being in
because
the
of
driver's
that.
seat.
And yeah, and puts Wemby in the driver's seat, and he just having moments. And this is what we always say with even MVPs and things like
Mhm.
that. These people have moments.
Yeah,
And Wemby has been having that from the blocks to the moves that we were just talking about, to him just playing fantastic team ball, the lobs, everything. So it's just like Wemby's back. And everything everybody was saying at the beginning, like, yo, saying bad things about him, like, yo, Wemby ain't better than Chet. It's just like, shoo, is you really? I mean, they're two different type
no,
of players for tall
nah, they are.
players, but
Yeah,
I think Wemby, going to be playing a better position. Because at the
yeah.
end of the day, if we switch roles with Wemby on LKC, and you know what I mean,
Wemby
OKC would
gonna
be crazy.
yeah. Wemby be smoking over there with shot. Shot.
Yeah, it'd be crazy. Like, so it's just like, yo, I just wanted to talk about that. How you feeling about Wemby so far, man? Like,
Not. I mean, my opinion hasn't changed. I'm not gonna lie to you. When we started this second season, we were talking about the draft and everything that was involved. I was high on Wemby. I still high on Wemby. I think that Wemby, I thought that he needed maybe another year or two to adjust to the NBA
yeah,
because
of
of
course.
the physicality, the strength, um, getting efficiency and getting the because it's different. The ball is a little bit different than Euro ball. The way that people defend you, the way that you see the court is going to be a little bit different than Euro ball. And in Euro ball, there's a system to how they run it, and there's a lot of passing.
Mhm.
There's not a lot of high scoring. It's more, it's I want to say it's flashier than NBA a little bit, but flashier in the sense where the passing, the
Yeah,
ball
it's
movement,
more. I want to say flashy. The word you're looking for, just more
more
team
fundamental.
oriented. Like,
Yeah,
yeah, more fundamental team oriented type of thing. So it's
right, right.
making
So
plays for each
I thought
other.
that he needed like a year or two to adjust. Well, it only took him half a year to
Yeah.
fully come out. Like he's here. Like
Mm-hmm.
he's had, I want to say, 3 or 4 moments where it's been like, I'm here. I'm here. I'm
Yeah.
stamping this. I'm here. I'm gonna stay. I'm gonna do what I have to do. And you want that. You want that from your star player, especially in their rookie year. Um,
Mm-hmm.
you don't want that I'm here moment to come in year 3. RJ Barrett,
Yeah.
Zion, etc. You want it to come in year 1. You want it to be a I'm here, I'm healthy. I'm showing that, because that was also another question. Can he stay healthy because of his size, because of his length?
Yeah.
And it's still technically a question. This is just his rookie year.
Mm-hmm.
And he's young, so injuries will, I could get a bone bruise today and be good by next week, but still play through it because I'm young and I'm healing faster.
Yeah.
Um, so I think that when you take all of those things into consideration, he's and I hate to compare him to Chet, because and that's going to be their comparison going forward. They're going to be compared
Regardless,
to
they're
each other.
tall.
Right. But you're right. His game is a little bit different than Chet's. He's more of a
Yeah.
facilitator. He's not a pure scorer. He can
Yeah.
score. He has to be like, and he could do it effortlessly. I think that once he gets into his bag, finds spots, and he needs like an off season with KD, and learning the spots within the mid range, knowing when to pop and shoot, pick and pop, stuff like that. But I think that he is going to have an overall better career than Chet because of his
Yeah.
skill set. I think that Chet's going to
Hmm.
be fantastic in OKC, but Chet is
Yeah.
going to be one of those pieces where he's a piece. He's
Yeah.
not the piece, he's a piece. Whereas
Yeah.
Wemby is the piece. So yeah, I'm excited. I'm
Nah,
excited. Man.
I'm with you on that. And what you were saying, like as far as Chet, I'm with you on that because in my mind, I think like how they do the evolution, evolution of they talk about what's his name? Alfred Şengün,
Yeah.
Jokic and
Yeah.
Domantas
Yeah.
Sabonis, how they do the evolution evolving. I think
Right.
of that as far as Chet as well is with the KD. The T Mac went to KD. And now Chet,
Mhm.
you know what I mean? He learned from I'm not saying Chet's the final form, but
Right.
I'm saying he learned from that mold of people. And I think
Yeah. Yeah.
Chet
Yeah.
is gonna be a KD version of this generation.
Yeah.
Because he has all the skill set, he can make all the same shots. It's just about, they don't need him to truly do it right now
Yeah.
because they have a Westbrook in their own who's a little better and Shea.
Mhm.
So that team truly just created their own, you know,
Yeah, they created their own big three.
yeah, they created their own big three like they had with Harden,
Technically, they got a
KD,
big four. Yeah, they kind of got like a four over there, because you got Jackson, you got Jackson or
Jackson,
Williams.
Williams. Yeah,
Williams. You got Williams, Jalen Williams. You got
yeah. I think he's the Harden.
yeah. Then you got Shea, you got Giddy, and you got Chet. And then whoever
Oh no,
else is gonna be like their little Ibaka.
I ain't been putting Giddy in there. I ain't gonna lie, Giddy. The only problem, I'm sorry, we ain't switching this OKC rant, but the only problem with Giddy is just like he kind of more so needs the ball. If Giddy go ahead and truly develops a 3-pointer this
Mhm.
off season, something crazy, then you can look at him as a part of the future.
Mm.
But you need to at least have him. I ain't gonna lie, have him coming off the bench or something and putting another shooter out there. Because hey, look, he ain't giving you nothing really. I ain't gonna lie if he don't have the ball in his hand.
I mean, I'm not mad at
So
him coming off the bench,
have him
but
come in with second rotations with Chet.
yeah,
It then help set things up with him. And it's just like, have him as a Ginobili type role. You might finish the game. You might come off the bench and you could finish
yeah.
the game.
I'm not mad at that. That's a good comparison for Giddy. Because if you look at Giddy's build, the way that he plays, it's a lot in the mode of Ginobili. And the thing is, Manu started as a starter and he got starter minutes. But he started coming off the bench and it started being way more impactful. I think that if
Impactful for
you
what they
do
need.
put somebody out there that's a shooter, like if you put a 3-and-D next to Shea, and then you got Chet that can space the floor, and you got Jalen Williams that can stretch the floor. You got a whole bunch of people that can stretch the floor and give Shea space.
Yeah.
Like OKC would be type scary. I'm not gonna lie. I mean, they're already scary right now,
and
and
that's
how they do, but they'll be deadly.
And that's the thing. And the reason I say that is because it goes back to the Milwaukee game that's the Minnesota game that they just lost when they actually had Gobert on Giddy because Giddy is a non-shooter. So it allows for him. You gotta say if you have another shooter in there, then you gotta have Gobert guarding Chet or Cat guarding Chet.
Yeah.
And now what is Gobert gonna do? Yeah, what
Mhm.
is Gobert gonna do then? So it's
Yep.
like it kind of neutralizes their advantage.
Yeah.
And then when you bring him off the bench, you bring Giddy off the bench, you can have somebody who's a non-shooter that's now in the kind of Shea Gilgeous role. You take Shea out, you put Giddy in, and it just like creates that. They lost by 5 points. You gotta understand if you did that rotation, there's a whole different ball game.
Yeah,
I think they just got to truly looking at forget all your emotions, your ego, how you feel. Forget you, Giddy. You know what I mean? You're gonna have to eat that, but we gotta win, and we gotta learn how to win truly, how we want to win.
I think if he develops a 3-point, like a consistent one, because I mean, you don't need to be something crazy. I think 35
No,
to 35
That's
to
it.
38% a night, you know, 5 or 6 attempts from the 3 line, making
Mhm.
about 2 to 3. That's all you really need. Spot up, spot in the corner. The corner's the easiest 3-point shot that you could get a look
Yeah.
for. Sit them on a hash, sit them in the corner, sit them somewhere where you could kind of like you could space the floor out perfectly.
Yeah.
Shea dives in, it's a kick out, knock it down.
Mhm.
So I think that you're right. If he could develop a 3-pointer, I think that he'll be
Yeah.
good
And
for
if
what they want to do in his starter
yeah,
minutes.
exactly. And if he doesn't, just put him on the bench.
Put him on
Take
the
him off the
bench,
bench
have
and call
minutes
it
in over.
that. Mhm. So
Speaking
let's
about
see what we talking about.
speed,
Oh yeah, we
65
did talk
games,
about him.
and yeah. Um, I don't know how to feel about this because I feel like when they implemented this, I felt like it was a good thing because of the resting.
Yeah.
I felt like with all the stars and everything, and them keep wanting to rest and not play back to backs and stuff like that. This was them sitting there saying like, this is not the NBA that we built. This is not, we built the foundation. We built this business on you guys playing 82 games.
Yeah.
You look at Kobe, you look at Jordan. There was no nights off unless they was really injured. And I get
Mhm.
it. Like that's the past, and but guess what? Even with the past and the new, if we want to say like, oh, with the new, we have new data and stuff like that, and the nights off is good. Well, there's also data and there's also medicine that are advanced. The medicine and the techniques to get your body ready for the next game that we have nowadays, Jordan didn't have that.
No.
Hakeem Olajuwon didn't have that.
Mm-mm.
Barkley, Ewing, them guys didn't have that stuff that we have now to get guys ready for the next game. They tear their ACL. They was out for 2 years. You got guys coming back the very next season.
And
So
playing fantastic.
yeah. So when you take all of that into perspective, yeah, this was a good idea. 65 game minimum. That means that you're required to pay 3/4 of the year if you want to
Mhm.
be considered an MVP. So how many games you missing? What, 82? That's like 15 games,
Yeah. 17.
just about something around there. So at the end of the day, it's like, yo, y'all can't play 15. Y'all can't, y'all can play
Yeah.
70 games.
Yeah. No, I'm absolutely with you on that. I think it's good because people pay their tickets. We all say that, people pay their tickets, use their hard money to come see you play. And if you legitimately can play and you're just sitting out because it's a back to back, it's just like that's tough on the league, what they stand for, how they get their money. Because at the end of the day, you're affecting your own money, you're affecting
Mhm.
the league's money, and it
Yep.
just trickles down to everybody's money. So it's like the money is the part of it that truly gets affected. But the bad about it is like this situation with Embiid.
Yeah.
And it's
Where
and
you have a
it's
player that's
and it
playing lights out. He's a clear
yeah,
MVP, unanimous right now.
clear MVP.
Mhm.
And he could have sat out the game against the Warriors, but he was already close to losing his eligibility to
Yep.
win MVP. So he goes out there, and from the start of the game, you could see he's
Yeah.
not the
Someone's home.
same Embiid.
Yeah.
Like
Yeah. You could see
I
it. It
think
was
the
clear.
Warriors was still playing good defense, but they started Draymond Green,
On Embiid.
Wiggins, and Kaminga.
Yeah.
These guys are all
Yeah.
six
Small ball lineup.
seven. You see what he just did to a
Yeah.
7'3" guy with an 8-foot wingspan? Are you telling me he's gonna be struggling against? Yo, look, listen, he wasn't playing healthy in the first place.
He wasn't.
And it just goes to show like what happened. Like, yo, it just aggravated what Kaminga did. It fell on top of him and just truly
Yeah.
aggravated that injury again
Yep.
into a worse spot. So it's just like, damn, he could have been sitting out that game and coming in where he was truly healthy. Now we're gonna miss a whole, like, I don't know how long he's gonna be out, but we're gonna miss a long time of Embiid playing, and then he misses out on MVP consideration And now the MVP, not none of these people are lesser,
Mhm.
but they weren't playing as good as him.
No.
So now they're gonna possibly win an MVP that could have went to Embiid
Uh-huh.
if he would have sat
They're
out
basically
5
gonna win
more
instead of him.
games.
Mhm.
Yeah, if he would have been able to sit out 5 more games
Yeah.
and come back truly healthy.
It's a tricky situation. Should he have been out
Sticky.
there that night? Probably not. Probably not. Would that night have softened the blow on his injury? Well, if we're talking about a torn meniscus, probably not, because that's not one deciding factor. It could have happened. It could have happened 3, 4 more games down the line.
Yeah.
I don't like to put timelines on stuff like that, only
Well,
because it's one of those things where it's any given night. But you are risking there's more of a risk going out there knowing that you're hurt. I mean, even the training staff, they just got fined for not allowing him to play, for putting him on an injury report last minute,
mhm.
and then come to find out that maybe he should have been on an injury report for the past week or two.
Yeah.
So it's tough. It's tough, and I feel bad for Embiid only because he's the clear-cut best player in the league so far. He's played it. There's nobody at his position or any other position that's played better than him, that has been consistent, and I mean, he leads the league in scoring, and he's like
Mhm.
5th in rebounds. Like, who does that? You know,
Yeah.
like, this hasn't been seen since Shaq. You know what I'm
Mhm.
saying? So at the end of the day, like, it's tough. It's tough. Do I think that he still should be considered? A little bit, only because of the resume that he's put up so far this year. But I mean, we're not even at the halfway point of the season. We're not at All-Star break.
Yeah.
All-Star break is the half point where we go into the
Exactly.
second half of the season.
And
So if he's out for an extended period of time, I can't I can't legitimately say, like, because anybody else could step up that level of play in the second half of the season.
mhm.
But it hurts his case.
Yeah.
Because who's to
And that's
say
the
that if Embiid doesn't get injured, he stays like this for the rest of the season, goes into the playoffs,
yeah.
goes crazy. Like, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Now he's injured. He
It's
comes back by the
yeah.
playoffs, you gotta reacclimate him. It's tough, man.
Mhm. Exactly, and it's tough to say because it's like you say, he could have possibly, kept playing like this, probably dipped a little, and somebody else could have stepped up and at least would have had a conversation of who's truly MVP. But now, with him being out, it's like he just out of the conversation,
Yeah.
which is absolutely bad. And just right before All-Star Weekend, where millions of people voted for him to
Yep.
watch him play in an All-Star game, and now he's not in it. That's crazy. So it's just like that
Tough,
sucks
man.
for the all-star. And somebody else is gonna have to take his place. So, speaking about other people taking their place in an
Do we
all-star.
have the official list? Let me get it up.
Yeah, they
Because I
have
didn't
the
even see
official
the
list.
I didn't see
Oh,
the
you
full
ain't
list.
see it yet.
Yeah, I didn't see
Oh,
the I didn't
okay.
see the full list.
Yeah, no, I have it
I
here.
just saw that Julius Julius made it, and
Oh
Brunson.
yeah. I don't know. Is he gonna be back in time?
They said that his injury is only like a week or two, so it should be around the All-Star break. He should return,
Huh.
because the All-Star break is like
Maybe.
what, the weekend after Valentine's Day,
I believe
I
so. I'm not
believe.
sure. But how we feel about that? Like, yo, if he doesn't play a game to the All Star, you know what I mean? Is he allowed to play in the All Star?
I don't think so. I don't think so. I
Yeah,
think,
I'm just
well,
saying.
I
I
mean,
think
but I
just
think
leave.
that for anybody. I think that for anybody. If you're
Yeah, no,
injured
no.
going
I ain't
into
mean just him.
All-Star
In
weekend,
period. Yeah,
yeah. I mean,
yeah,
I feel like if you're injured going into All-Star weekend, you gotta have like one game minimum. You gotta play like the
yeah,
game before. Like, it's like, like when you're
yeah.
at work
Show
and
that
they
you
be
can
like,
play. Yeah,
yeah, when you at work and they're like, oh, well, you want holiday pay, you got to show up the day before the holiday,
yeah.
and then you get off, and then you got to come in the day after, in order to get your
Uh huh.
holiday pay. You know what I'm saying? So I feel like that's kind of like what it needs to be I don't know the situation. I don't know the CBA and what's the guidelines for that, but I don't think that you should play if you're going into the All-Star break still on an injury list.
Yeah.
But yeah, I'm
No,
trying
no,
to look up
that's the
this.
whole thing. Just look it up on the internet, bro.
Yeah, that's what I'm doing. I'm googling it.
What, you on your phone?
Yeah.
You got a whole computer in front of you.
I got my phone in front of me. I got my phone in front of me.
Oh, I was gonna say I was just gonna send you the link on here, you idiot.
Yeah, it's all good. I got my phone in front of me. I'm on ESPN, the app.
Oh well, I
We're good.
already sent it to private chat. But
Uh,
yeah,
let's see.
who are you looking at, man?
Let's see. Okay, so the starters on the East: Giannis, Joel for now, Tatum, Halliburton, and Lillard, and then the reserves: Brunson, Mitchell, Jalen Brown, Bam, Julius Randle, Tyrese, and Paulo. Now out of there, I don't really see any real snubs from the East. Maybe Melo. Maybe
I
Melo.
mean, I
I
don't
think
think
a
he
case
even
could be
played
made for
enough. He
Melo.
was playing fantastic, but he ain't played enough. I don't
Yeah,
think
he ain't
he's
played
been.
enough games. Yeah, I don't know.
You
I don't know
ain't gonna
if
say Derek White's a snub, man.
Derek White. I don't know. I don't know because as much as I would love to put Derek White, you would have to take another guard out, and I
Yeah,
can't see.
you can't do
I
none
can't
of
put him
those.
against above Tyrese Maxey. I can't put him against Tyrese Halliburton. Can't put him against Dame, Mitch, Brunson. I can't put him as a guard above those guys.
Yeah,
But I think that if Embiid is out and I would put Bam in the starting lineup, and then I would bring in White off the bench and give him his first All Star, like his.
yeah, but you still got to get at. I mean, how does that even work at that point? Do you still got to give it to a forward?
I don't know. I think you still have to pull from whoever was like from the voting charts of the All Star. So if he's
Yeah,
like,
but what I'm saying is like it got to be a forward. I know he's listed as a guard though.
well, but that's why I say you have to promote Bam and then bring another reserve in. So it just depends. I
Yeah,
mean, but who
but the
would be the
reserves
big that
aren't
you would bring?
the reserves aren't
The
still
reserves
like
are
the
handpicked.
reserves,
They're handpicked from the coaches
but
that
they're
from the
still
All Star.
like, because look, we got Randall,
Mm-hmm. You got Randall,
Brown,
Bam,
Paulo,
and
and Bam
Paulo.
are
That's it.
considered forwards. And
Yeah.
then you got three guards. So what I'm saying is you gotta at least have four front court players and
No,
then
I don't
three
think so.
guards.
Do you? Let me look
That's
at
what it's
the.
looking like. Because look at even the West. That's what they got: three guards and four front court players.
Yeah, they got
Three backcourt. That's what I'm
three
saying. Like
backcourt and four.
you gotta
Yeah,
promote. Yeah, you gotta promote
yeah.
a forward.
But I mean, but who would deserve it in the front court? Well, in the backcourt,
Uh,
front court.
for the East, the only people in the East right now is Siakam and Barnes is the next two eligible ones.
I'm not mad at Siakam. I'm not
Not
mad
at
at.
all. Not at all. And well, I'm gonna say who else is out there? Who else is out there playing, man? Yeah, I think I ain't gonna lie. Everybody can say
Wait,
what they
wasn't
want
Siakam?
about how they
Siakam
feel,
was traded. What was he traded? Oh, to the
but he was
Pacers.
still in the East regardless.
Right. Yeah, I'm not mad at the Siakam. I'm not mad at that. I think that would be a legitimate argument for, but against White, it's tough. It's tough. I think that I don't really consider him snubbed. I think that he's played fantastic in his role with in
Mhm.
Boston. Um, and he certainly stepped up in the absence of Marcus Smart. I mean, he stepped up last year. I think that aside from Brown and Tatum, he was their third best player last year.
All right. What
And
about
he's kind of
this?
what's that?
What about this? Trey Young, he's in there too as one of the snubs.
Um, Trey
Trey
has
Young or
been.
Derek White
If I had to choose one or the other,
or All Star. Yeah.
I would choose White. I think people would want to choose Young because of star power,
Mm-hmm.
but White has had he's having a better season. So I
Better
would definitely.
season. You don't watch Atlanta, do you? I know you don't watch
I haven't
Atlanta.
been watching a lot of Atlanta. No.
You just admit it. Just admit it. I'm glad you did. Nah, look, this is my take because we ain't even talk about the West. This is my take about the All-Star. And I understand how everybody say, yo, these guys been playing better. These guys, this, that, and the third. That's what the reserves are for. the people who've been playing better, who you feel like should still be an all-star, right? With
Right.
that. But at the end of the day, regardless, all-star is a spectacle. We want to see people playing.
You want to see the stars.
We don't want to see people playing defense. We want to see people dunking. We want to see people shooting from 50 out.
Yeah.
We don't want to see Derek White doing a fundamental pass. We don't want to see that. And we already say the All-Star game is bad as is.
Yeah, facts.
You don't want to see that. Like the All-Star game has been people throwing self-lobs, throwing lobs off the back, throwing lobs to each other, shooting full court shots. Dame Lillard, Steph Curry going at it. Those are the things we want to see.
I want to see a full pass lob. That would be fire. A full pass lob.
The most Derek White could contribute to that is a fundamental pass at the beginning of it. At least we know. Yeah, at least we know if Trae Young was there, he would throw the lob off the backboard. You know what I'm saying? He got some gall in him to do that. So this is what I'm saying. All-star snubs, like I understand it. They talk about Sabonis. The only one I could say is like Wemby and Trae is like the ones that I'm like, damn. But they talk about Gobert. Like nobody wants to see Gobert.
That's why I said Melo, because I think Melo a little exciting.
Nobody
I think
wants
Trae's
to see
exciting.
But yeah, we have things implemented for that. We have all NBA. We have all defensive team. If you want to see them on a team, you put them on that team and you sit there and say, be happy. But All-Star Weekend, we don't want to see that. We don't want to see. And like I said, the reason why Dame got it over Brunson is because the aura, the finesse, the fans, they love to see this guy shoot shots. How many times we see Brunson shoot it from 35 feet out? No, he got his toes damn near touching the line. Nah, he shoots some far ones, but most of his shots, his toes is right there. It's the most efficient, you know what I mean? Or he's getting to the basket and doing a little 3-4 pump fakes and then going up. Nobody wants to see that. I'm sorry. So All-Star snubs my, you know what I mean? My ASS, but come on, bro. This is All-Star, not all NBA. So like you could be mad and like I understand the start and stuff, like, but you made it as a reserve. That shows that and goes to prove that you're playing fantastic. You might not be the people who these little Chinese motherfuckers want to see. You might not be that. That's just you just gotta eat that. Like, yo, maybe I gotta be throw a little behind the back flashy pass, but that's not you. Tyrese Halliburton got up there, he throws crazy passes, and he's been playing fantastic. Him and Brunson probably have this damn near the same numbers as far as less assists. Halliburton probably got more assists, but come on, he's just more flashy and fun to watch.
I thought they got rid of the captains.
No, it's technically still captains.
I think that's so whack. I want them. Yeah. I want them to go back to the old format where everybody was wearing their own jerseys. You know what I'm saying?
Oh yeah. They ain't doing that though. Yeah, it's fantastic to think, but they ain't doing that.
No, they got some merch.
Exactly.
But you can still sell your merch, but just have the All-Star patch on the jersey. Now you got a reason to sell the
cool is that? How cool is that? Bro. It's the same jersey with All-Sar on it. You know what? I'm a cheap dude. I'll go and buy the patch. I'll find the patch.
You gotta have like something special. You know what I'm saying? Like it's a special edition of the jersey where the Lakers one will have the yellow with the pinstripes and purple. Like that'll be fire with the patch on, the All-Star patch. It's the regular jersey that they regularly wear on the court, just remixed for the All-Star game. Now you got a reason to sell the actual jersey from the team and the All-Star jersey all in one go. Fire.
Trust me.
Put me on the All-Star committee.
I completely understand. The NBA, they ain't doing that. That's the reason why every year they got new city jerseys.
Yeah, I know. You know what be fire too?
Stuff.
You know what be fire too? 3-on-3s. Instead of the 5-on-5, all 3-on-3s.
Yeah, I think that would
everybody from the All-Star, you got your captain, and then you pick your two, and then from that, the next person be a captain, they pick their two. Now you got like 4 or 5 3-on-3 games going.
Yeah, I think that would be fantastic.
21.
Yeah, I think that would be fantastic, but the big three would hate on that so bad. Oh
Yeah, they
Lord.
would. They
Oh
would.
Lord. Ice Cube would be on the Twitter start going crazy.
Yo,
Like, they
but
took
that's why you
idea.
get Ice Cube
Well,
involved. You feel me? You get
it's
Ice
too
Cube
late
involved,
for
and you have
all
him
of that,
host it.
bro.
You have him host the All-Star Weekend.
I ain't gonna lie. That's a way to bridge it back and give him some love, but it's too late for all of that. They already burnt bridges with the NBA, man. I
Nah,
seen
they
too
did.
much
Yeah,
stuff. And it's just
yeah.
like, man, listen, that would have been fantastic though. A 4-point shot, all of that stuff. And then you would have actually been able to have more all-stars, possibly. Who knows? But I think that's
Before
it.
we end it, I just got my one last snub from the West.
Ooh.
De'Aaron Fox.
Oh, yes. That's one. But it's just like we said, it's a changing of the guards with the guards, bro. Like
Yeah.
can you put De'Aaron and we got 4 guards out there. We got Shea and Luka. Is he going above either one of them?
Mm-mm.
I don't think so. And then you got Devin Booker and Steph Curry.
Yeah.
Like Booker's been going crazy this season.
Nah, he has.
De'Aaron hasn't been going like last year. De'Aaron, fantastic. This year, De'Aaron's he's still fantastic, but he's not as much of a threat as they were last year.
Yeah. I mean, but he's also
And
been
it's
injured
just
a
like,
lot too. He hasn't been on the court. And your best ability is availability. So
exactly.
I'm
And I'm with it.
Yeah.
Like, I understand De'Aaron Fox is a name. Be like, damn, he would be exciting to see. But
Yeah,
shoot,
that's
at
what
the
I'm
end of the day, let's keep it a stack. De'Aaron Fox don't even dunk enough for me.
He just mad fast. It's like, what are you gonna do? Go to ball for me? Like,
what are you gonna run back and forth? All right, you know what? If you want to be an all-star, you just run back and forth for the sideline while they play all day. Let's do it. Let's see how long you can go. Yeah, let's see how many laps you can do. That's gonna be a FanDuel thing. Put him on the sideline to see how many laps he could do, how long he could go until he passes out.
I'll tell you what though, the only thing I'm excited about from this All-Star break is the 3-point contest.
Oh yeah, they added Caitlin.
They added the WNBA.
No, I said Caitlin.
Sabrina, yeah.
Yeah,
so that's what I'm hype about.
And did you see her go crazy?
Nah, Sabrina.
She had dropped like 37 points in the last. She probably only missed like 2 baskets, bro, in the last 3-point shootout. I'm like, yo, she went crazy. But and that's what I sent you when the girls was all delusional, like, nah, she could shoot better than Steph. It was a shoot. Anyway,
I don't know about that. I don't think there's anybody in the world that can shoot better than Steph.
Nah. I get she can shoot that much.
I mean, she's nice. She's nice. But not like Steph.
We're not gonna be delusional. Like,
and they be like, oh, like Clay could shoot just as good. Like, have y'all seen Steph shoot? Like, Clay. What's dope about Clay is his form. He has like one of the best pure forms in the world. But Steph is different. Steph could shoot it from anywhere, bro.
Anywhere.
Tunnel shots. Full courts, half courts, like from the nosebleed section, all the way in the stands. Like, yo, Steph is different, bro.
Yeah,
Steph is different. But yeah, man, take us up out of here.
So y'all already know the vibes, man. Like, share, sub, and all the above. You know what I mean? Tell hit the comments, man. Tell your auntie, your uncle. Tell the aliens, the illegal aliens, everybody. We here.
Hit that like and share. Share, subscribe, hit the notification bell, man. Yeah,